Hello and welcome back everyone once again for the Bard's Tale 4. We are here and we are busy, well, fighting some paladins. I believe we have, if I can remember correctly, 2 different fights to do, I think. One was by one of the standing stones, and one was by, well, over by Paladin Captain Beckwith there. So, we've got those 2, and then we're actually going to go and have 2 other fights in order to get through to talk to Bryan of Dorn, I believe his name is. And he is a paladin who is actually willing to join our party. Let's go ahead and load up our game. Looks like we'll still have to do a little bit of travel, going from Scarborough Blow here to, or back to Fettercairn. I think we're going to start with a big fight and then go from there. Because I think the upcoming fight has somewhere around 4 different paladins. There are 2 smaller fights there as well. Significantly smaller fights. If I can remember correctly, that is. So, we're heading over to Fettercairn, and of course, we'll just walk along that big road there. The one that is covered in all of the paladins we fought last episode. Yeah, directly across from Captain Beckwith there, had one more group of, yeah, like 4 or 5 different paladins there. So we're going to go deal with those guys. And then we're going to try to get into one of these towers. Where's that tower at? That one right there. So it'll just be a... we'll just go down here. This is the group of paladins that we need to go fight here. And we just actually still have a blazing star here on Fiona. Should she be taking her tankard? Probably. So what is there? 4 paladins here? And
such as this
I believe that was an orange fight. Yeah, looks like 4 of them. And then there'll be a couple fights
Someone there.
just further up the road. We could sneak past these guys, but it's time to deal with them. Okay, remember, first thing first we do is pop down a kill instrument. And of course, we're also going to go ahead and use a Paladin's Fury. I could have used a Lowland Park there. I think we're good for now, though. And of course, we will want our Pillar of Flame. Which spot this time? There we go.
Who, me?
Huh? Here. Ready.
Alright, so I think what we're going to do here is actually use Song of Compulsory Cavorting on this guy in front here.
Here to serve. Ready for orders.
Go ahead and stun him.
Yes, excuse me.
And then we will bring Melody over to this side, where there will be 2 potential attackers.
Ready for orders.
Ready.
And I'm gonna go ahead. I probably should have used Head Knocker before doing that.
At your command.
Fine.
On your word.
That'll do, though.
Ready.
Is there anything else we can actually do, though? Let's see. Other than using a Sanctuary Score.
I shall use this power for good.
And, you know what? I'm just gonna use a Lowland Park here to attack this guy. Okay.
Whatever.
Ready.
And we'll go with a Lyric of Legends here as well.
Yes. Aye.
Alright. I forgot Fiona's head knocker actually costs 2 opportunity.
Really?
Here to serve.
On your word.
Aye?
Huh?
Command me.
That's not going to do any damage, is it? No, it's not. I was wanting to leave Fiona, or not Fiona, Melody here to possibly get more stacking damage. But I've got an attack and I can do damage here, so I figured I would do it. That way we're not leaving any excess opportunity points. I forgot to shield him. I hope he's going to be okay. Nice. So the guy who's stunned is now over there dancing in the back. And I am totally okay with that, because that means we've got 2 potential targets now. And this guy, heavily damaged. Of course, next round is when we're going to do plenty of the attacks with Head Knocker, where we'll have all that opportunity. We have a stack of drunk, don't we?
Shall die here.
Intelligence of 5 though, so we could manage it.
Drunkenness is a sin.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
I think I will actually go with the Lowland Park here.
Bottoms up. Ha! Drunkard.
Do we use another Falconing's Fury though? Good question. Sure. The other 2 had it already, so they're not going to gain it. But I'm going to go ahead and use a Far Strike here for 44 damage. Another 18 true damage from the Falconing's Fury. And it looks like he's going to take, well, depending on if he attacks us or not, he's going to take at least 20 damage from the fire.
On your word, yeah? Ready for orders.
And
Tell me what to do. Here to serve.
Must be expunged.
I beg your pardon.
Who, me?
okay.
Command me.
I will definitely want Merlin to be protected.
Music.
Ready for orders.
Perversion.
And I'm not sure if there's really anything that I could do at the moment here. Head Knocker will be available next round. So, yeah, we'll be able to use lots of them.
Yes?
Ready.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's kind of our just main strategy, is just getting Merlin up to 7 drunk, and then you just using a ton of Head Knockers while he's got his double strength bonus. Oh yeah, we can actually attack this guy.
On your word. Please excuse me.
Which I think I'll do, just for the sake of proccing the Falconing's Fury, as well as hopefully stunning him. Yes, nice. We do get the stun. There we go. So, we should have Merlin here. He should be doing fine. And I will go ahead and use that Sanctuary score to protect Melody.
Unholy songs. Whatever.
At your command.
We did get a crit, so the next one will guarantee us a crit. Which will just refund cooldown.
Really?
If we did have the opportunity attack, or if we did have the crit has a chance to regain opportunity, that would be nice, but we don't quite yet. Nice. The guy behind did actually attack us. He didn't use one of his shields, and he didn't use his healing, so he's gonna go ahead and burn to death there.
Not listen.
And that is Lyric of Legends with +3 opportunity. So it's time to use some Head Knocker.
Ready for orders.
2 stacks of drunk. That's gonna be a Dwarven Stout.
No drink will save you.
Rainbow Duo time.
Music is perversion.
And let's see.
I am inspired.
40 times 8. That's a decent amount of damage. I'd rather actually not do the math on that. We'll see how that goes, though.
Sure.
I guess we could have used the Falcondine's Fury. As long as we can actually take enough of these guys out, though. Like, if we can take 2 of them out. There we go. Clean those guys up. And then this guy is still standing on the fire. Does he actually still have 2 stacks of on fire? Not quite sure where that could have came from. But okay. I'll go ahead and use another Sanctuary score here. We've got 12 bonus strength from our Temper.
Here,
And yeah, now we can just finish this guy off at our leisure. He's not going to be able to do any damage to us. However, he's not going to take all that fire damage because he's got a shield up.
On your word.
Orders.
Ready for orders.
Okay, I'm going to move Merlin in up here.
Ugly times.
And I will let Melody move Merlin into position to dealing with this guy.
command me.
Here.
Ready.
At your command. May I pass?
Actually, I'll move back to stack her static charge and use passing slash in order to swap them again. Hopefully this crits. I mean, hopefully it stuns. It does not to break his mental damage shield. But we can go ahead and hit him with that.
What should I do?
And then I'm going to move Fiona up here. I'm going to use a head knocker for the last 2 opportunity.
On your word.
Ready for orders.
Yeah?
Here to serve.
And then we'll shield her.
Music is
And lick my weight in wildcats.
flame.
There, 20 extra damage there.
Like the temple.
I'll use Baylor's Spellbind.
Command me.
Ready.
Ready.
On your word.
And then actually I'll use Far Death, because that'll just go right through his armor, finish it off. Shakespeare just does so much damage to that ability. I quite like it. Alright. 840 XP. What do we got here? We got a Mother and Greatsword. That's going to give a decent amount of stats, but because it is a... what do you call it? A two-handed weapon. It's... like, you can't stack, like, 2 weapons and combine both of their stats. Anyways, one difference between the original Bard's Tale and the director's cut here is that it actually has, like, the two-handed weapons actually have 2 different passives. This one has the Lucky and Executioner passive, and the other one of its kind has the other 2 passives. So that's kind of nice because you can't exactly stack 2 passives with 1 weapon. When you're using a two-handed weapon, you get 2 passives. If you're dual wielding, you can get 2 swords with 2 one-handed swords, 1 passive each. Alright, let's go ahead and fight this one. We've got 2 guys and a little minor Fatherite priest here.
Go on.
Priest, of course, goes first.
How about a song to set us right?
Do we not begin? By all that's holy. Listen.
I beg your pardon.
Sure. Orders.
Alright. That should get rid of that guy pretty quick. I'll go ahead and use Falcondine's Fury.
Last drink.
Oh, I forgot to actually apply it to them. There we go.
Ready.
And a chop should finish that off. Nice and easy. I do appreciate that the last hit counts for both of them, right? So Merlin, he has Victory Shot, and he's able to get the bonus from getting the last hit on someone, where so is Shakespeare, because the last hit actually came from the Falcondine's Fury. It's a weird little thing, but
Orders.
definitely works quite nicely.
should I do? Ready.
Ready. Please excuse me.
Ready for orders.
Let's put this guy to bed for a while.
Command me.
Aye.
Aye.
We'll use
Tell me
the
what to
Song
do.
of Compulsory Cavorting to
Here.
keep him down for a little bit.
Ready.
We'll do the Elven Wine again for our last opportunity.
Drink will save you.
Oh. Oh, I see. That's awkward. I did not consider that. He now has 6 stacks of drunk,
Ready.
and he's gonna lose all of them next round because he got 1 drunk stack from Victory Shot. He's got too much now. So the idea was
On with it.
that he would get those, that he would get the drunk or the smashed effect next round,
Ready.
but he's got that early,
On your word.
which is a little bit
On
awkward.
your word.
Not exactly sure what to do with that, but I'll have to make do with it. I think I'm gonna channel 2 again here.
At your command. On your word.
Well, at least we can get a big shield.
Music.
Ready.
If we had any opportunity, and if the cooldown for Duo time was up, then we could have just went with it. Possibly. Yeah.
Look out.
Ready for
Alright, I'm gonna move up Melody here
Yes, master.
to try to get the stun here.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Here to serve.
Not gonna work.
Whatever.
We'll use Fire Death.
Regret that.
Here.
And we do have Devil's Brew, but honestly, I don't like using them. It's more of a last chance opportunity there. I'm gonna go ahead, use a Elven Wine. We'll just use another Elven Wine next round. Actually,
Uh-huh.
yes, we want to do it next round because that's when the Lyric of Legends will finish.
Command me.
These are me. Holy songs.
I'm just gonna go ahead and. Oh, I was going to use Strife to move Melody over, but I think that would proc the stunned guy's Falcondine's Fury, and then he won't be able to, or then he won't be stunned anymore.
Ready.
Ready
So I'm
for
just going to go
orders.
ahead and leave it like this. We've got a free attack on this guy, and I'll just attack him even though it doesn't actually do anything. Because unfortunately the lunge reduced opportunity cost effect doesn't actually work, like it doesn't carry over through the
On
turns.
your word.
On your word.
We could technically use Duo time as well as a chug here if we needed the spell points now, but then we wouldn't have the Drunk 7 ability, and we don't have all of the opportunity quite yet, so
Ready for orders.
we'll end our turn there.
A hit.
Gain the +2 opportunity. He's not going to take the damage from his fire.
I beg, must
Aye.
not listen.
What should I do?
Alright. Now it's time. Elven Wine. Duo time.
Music is perversion.
Ooh.
That's 1, 2, 3, and we'll need a 4th. There we go.
At your command. Yes, master.
Aye.
And then
Ready.
Fine.
Orders.
1, 2, and 3. There we go. This strategy actually works quite well, and I actually didn't realize that we would be this effective against all of these guys with heavy amounts of armor. Like, it doesn't actually cost a whole lot of resources. Like, it really just takes, what? An Elven Wine? And maybe a couple drinks? Okay, one more, and
What do you need?
then... actually, okay, there's that fight right there. And then there's one over there at the end of the road. And then we can activate that standing stone. So, not that much. I guess I forgot to swap over our abilities. So, I guess we'll do that at the the end of the episode here.
When you're ready.
But yes, both Merlin and Fiona are both going to get entirely new abilities.
All wounds.
Or, well, not entirely new for Merlin. He's just going to swap a couple things around. And it is time to... I'm just going to lunge here. Use a head knocker. I forgot to use the Gale's Rudiment right away. That would have been much easier to deal with. I'm just going to use head knocker here, though.
Ready.
And a Pillar of Flame.
On your guard.
Ready for
And then I wanted to see if I can finish off the this guy over here. I'll go ahead, use a Trial Squeezin', grab a Falcon's Fury. We could have went with the Archer's Beak because there is going to be an Archer here.
command me.
But we can use Storm of Blades. That'll get a stun on that guy. And it will reset, actually. Because it crit. And then we can go ahead, use Passing Slash to move over here. And that's a bunch of crits in a row. Love to see it. And then I can move over here.
Excuse me.
Use a Gale's Rudiment.
Must not listen.
On your word.
We used the Pillar of Flame, so we're all good for that.
Yeah?
I think I'm just going to use a single Lyric of Legends here. And I'm going to use... I don't have enough for an Elven Wine. But... Wait, how many do I need? 4 plus 3, 7. Okay. Dwarven Stout. That'll be ready. We'll be ready for next time.
You just
These are
Sure.
unholy
Yes.
souls.
ready.
Tell me what to do.
All right.
Here.
Fine.
Aye?
Good to go. That's a lot of stacks of on fire. Will he be able to put his shield up? No, it doesn't look like it. So that's 40 fire damage there.
Perversion.
And then... There we go. Elven Wine.
Drink.
Move. Ramadou time.
Must
Head knocker.
not listen.
Almost used our own ability there.
That feels
There
good.
we go. 3. We will move...
Ready.
Will Merlin take this? 25 and 40
Ready for
versus
orders.
26 and 22.
Aye.
Yeah, Merlin's got this one.
ready. I beg your pardon.
Orders.
Actually, let's see what I can do
Command
here.
me. May I pass?
Here.
It's 40.
At your command.
I guess I miscounted somehow. No, he wasn't supposed to move the second time, was he?
Ready.
Whoops.
Please
No.
excuse me.
Okay, I'm
At your
not
command.
realizing what happened there. Okay, we've got no problem though. We can deal with that guy.
Uh-huh.
Ready.
Not exactly sure what I was trying to do in that last little bit there, but all is well.
Whatever.
Ready?
Don't have to worry about it. We'll heal up whoever needs it next round. Alright, so you've got enough spell
Tell
points
me
for
what
some
to
heals. 14 constitution? Let's see, that'll give 47 over there. Honestly, I'm not sure how much it matters. There you go, there's your shield. There's your shield.
Use it.
And finish off this guy. You know what? Shakespeare, there you go. Alright. Not bad at all. Hey, we're getting much better at those fights. Now we can just head over here. And I think there's a grapple here somewhere, isn't there? Maybe? Maybe I'm thinking of a different place. I found a herb, though. And what was going on over there anyways? Guy looked like he was like, I guess he was just praying in this little nook. It made me think that there was something special about the nook, but maybe not. Oh, there is a grapple hook there. Alright, let's go ahead and head up the stairs. We'll actually find a friend over there. And I'm just going to grab the grappling hook first. They did also put, like, grappling hooks on the bottom of, like, where a grappling hook would actually be. So I guess if you're looking down, it's easier to miss looking down. But if there's a grappling hook on the bottom, you're very likely to find a grappling hook, or spot to put a grappling hook up here. So here we are. We've got a spot to save, and Bryan of Dorn. Hello, Bryan.
Who goes there? Ah, adventurers. To think I should be relieved to see heretics and afraid to see my own kind. How the world has changed. Wait, I know you now. You are the adventurers who have been aiding the downtrodden in Skara Brae. There is a warrant for your arrest, but truth be told, in my current state of mind, I would rather join you than take you in.
We could accept that. We could have use of your abilities. What's up though? You're afraid of your own kind, the Paladins?
I have had a crisis of faith. No, my faith in the Swordfather is unshaken, but my faith in the Temple, that is another matter. A paladin's duty is to protect the weak, not to punish them. But that is not how it is now. I was commanded to root out some heretics. I found an old woman healing a wounded dwarf. When I refused to take them in, my fellows tried to arrest me. I fought free. I may have killed one. I've been hiding ever since.
You were hiding. Were they just about to find you? Is that what happened? Or were they possibly previous allies? I don't see how they could be. Maybe they were just really close to finding him and we just happened to get here first. The world has indeed changed. We haven't met many of the paladins who've noticed.
How could they not? Horrors from the prophecy stalk the earth. Good men die and cruel men thrive. And the temple has changed too. We have always believed that our God was the one God, but we never killed people for thinking otherwise. We welcome them to see the truth. Now, we hang them, burn them, turn them out of their homes. The darkness of the age should have made the temple more kind. Instead, it has hardened it.
Well, Bryan, would you like to join us?
The temple seeks the source of this darkness in the wrong places. It burns shopkeepers and wise women and ignores the hidden hands who are its true architects. You seem to be seeking in the right places. You do as the Paladins should be doing. Therefore, I should be with you, helping you hunt, so I might bring evidence of the true evil to my superiors.
Well, looks like you are a true paladin that very much took after Captain Paladin Tavish. It's good to see a guy like you. You're definitely welcome to join us. Although, we don't exactly need you right now.
I understand. You have no reason to trust me. I think perhaps I will seek the Adventurers Guild. They may kill me before they let me in the door, but I must try. If you wish my help in the future, seek me there.
No, sir. Don't get me wrong. We have an arbitrary party size limit, and we're not allowed to let you join. And we've got a lot of bards here that we kind of are taken care of. Although, go ahead to the Adventurers Guild. I'm sure they'll be plenty reasonable with you. And I'd love to see you there when I get the chance to go back, which is actually shortly. We'll be able to go back and say hi to him once we finish off the rest of the things here. New party member waiting at the Adventurers Guild. Love to see it. Bryan of Dorn, such a nice guy, and very much love having in the party. And yeah, like, I always take the three, like, fighters. Like, in all of my games, usually, I have 3 frontline fighters, which might seem like overkill, but honestly, just the abilities that the fighters have, there's honestly a lot of abilities that they have, and they are very useful. And he actually is a cleric as well. Like, the paladin is a fighter mixed with a cleric, where a preacher is a bard mixed with a cleric. So we'll have access to all of these different abilities that, of course, we'll look at once we start moving her abilities around. But yeah, Bryan, Dalglish, Leoslaith, who we're just about to find. Those are usually that's usually my front line. I usually throw in the back line, Green Lady, usually Crux, like 2 practitioners in the back line, and then 3 in the front. Or 3 fighters in the front. And then I flex, whether I put a bard there, possibly a rogue.
Ready.
Alright, Una.
I better sing something.
Slang.
She said that quite boldly.
What was a song to set us right? How about a song to set us right?
Command me.
Alright, talking about a song to set us right, let's start with the Kale's Rudiment here.
Not listen.
Aye.
And let's go with the Pillar of Flame right in the middle.
Fine.
And a Trowel Squeezing for a Paladins Fury.
Drink.
Ready.
I feel weak.
On your word.
Okay,
On your word.
what are we after first? The middle guy here? There we go. Do some damage there. We'll go with the Channel 2 again here. And we're not going to have to worry about any victory shots. So we can start with the Elven Wine.
Lunge.
Ready for orders.
Aye.
And I've got no qualms with letting Melody use a Song of Compulsory Comforting. It'll stun 1 for now.
Orders. I beg your
He might get moved into the fire, taking damage and ending his stun, but we'll deal with that when it comes up, if it comes up.
Here.
And Melody, I would like to move you over here, please.
on your word.
And then you can take Merlin's Sanctuary score,
Here, my strength grows.
and
At your command.
I don't really need to attack the guy.
Here to serve.
What should I do? Ready for orders.
Here.
Yeah, in this case, like, we have plenty of attack abilities we could use, but nothing that's actually going to affect the Paladins. So, when it comes to, like, turn 1, we actually have more opportunity than we actually need.
Flames. Look out.
And they actually managed to get through our shield here.
Armored in faith.
Fortunately, those 2 guys swapped together and took the fire damage, and the other guy didn't. So he's still going to be stunned for this round.
Who, me?
I'm going to go ahead and use a Far Death over here,
Aye.
and I guess I could have only went with 1 opportunity, but
On your word.
because we could actually do the drunk right now, the drunk thing right now, but
Ready for orders.
we don't have the opportunity from our Lyric of Legends yet.
What
So,
are we
Whatever.
doing?
Ready.
is there anything that we could do for now,
Here.
other than just buying a little bit of time? We can buy time.
Ready.
Power of the righteous.
That's reasonable.
On your word.
Not that we're actually going to do much to these guys right now. So, yeah, let's just go ahead and buy a little bit of time. We used a total of 1 opportunity that round.
Stand aside.
Oh, that's why we're taking damage. We're taking damage, actually. Wait, why did we get the healing? Oh, right.
Fire! The sword father
I'm like, Melody doesn't have any drunk stacks, so we're not getting the healing from Sanctuary Score. But I forgot that Merlin over here was the one that used them, which is very reasonable. Okay, let's go ahead and try. Yep, let's just do the usual with a chug for Dwarven Stoke. Ramadoodle time. And now we've got 8 total attacks with Head Knocker.
Unholy songs!
Ha! Tip top.
That's 160 damage there. Nice.
Ready for orders. Command me.
What do I do about this guy, though? He's got a shield that's going to break.
Yes?
Can I do anything about him?
On your word.
Ah, we'll use Trial Squeeze and that'll break his shield, right? Yep, there we go.
Ready.
I figured I'd try doing something without a cost.
Ready.
And I'm actually going to move back here just to see if we can break his stun. No, that's not worth it. We need all of the Head Knocker stacks we can get here.
Here to serve.
Okay. We got one left here. I'll move Melody here again, and there you go. There's your Sanctuary Score. She probably would have gotten a better Sanctuary Score, but it wouldn't have healed her, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah?
Really?
Here.
Alright,
Listen!
one more guy. He's probably going to end up using a heal, maybe. Nope, he didn't. 45 damage, so we do 19 now, which means 19 health, easy Head Knocker. What I do like about the Sanctuary, or the Drunk 7 Sanctuary Score ability is that at the end of the turn, it actually leaves all of your abilities off cooldown, right? So, Head Knocker has a cooldown of 2. But it'll be off cooldown the following round, since it removes all of the cooldowns for all of our abilities. So we're just gonna go ahead and put a save in here, and let's move on towards the Old Adventurers Guild. Got them some skills to reset. Shouldn't take too long now. And, yeah, so Merlin's gonna get a couple changes to his skills, and so is Fiona. Well, Fiona's gonna get a lot of change, I think. And we'll have to work out some of the things here. I know that, we're wanting to do some... We were originally wanting to put Valkendi's Fury on Merlin, and I really like that idea. Sanctuary Score and Rhyme Duo Time have been definitely working, and I do want to keep Rhyme Duo Time, like, on Merlin. At least until someone else... Just the synergies with Merlin and Rhyme Duo Time has been just very solid overall. Oh yeah, where's Bryan anyways? Bryan said he was supposed to come over here. Where is he at? He's not downstairs, is he? He's probably in the party tracker, but I don't see him here. Maybe he's outside? Possible.
You have returned to us too soon, adventurers. You are not yet ready for further knowledge. Please return later.
Okay, thank you. That's not what I'm here for. I'd like to refund, please. Let's start with refunding Fiona the Harper. I was going to do Merlin first, but I'll swap it up a little here. Fiona. Let's go ahead and look at my list here. What was she going to go? She had... the plan for her was Rhyme Duo Time, Change Fate, Resurrect, and Lyric of Legends. So, that means we are going to want Ramadillo time. However, because she has 4 abilities with no combat abilities, not only is she going to want Mean Drunk, just in case she gets a weapon that has a on-hit effect. We're also going to want to... Well, we're just not going to want to be concerned very much about strength. Of course, Grand Rabble-Rouser and Rabble-Rouser tree in general has strength in it. We don't really care about that. And she's not going to be using Falcone's Fury. So that's 3 perks that we just don't need to worry about. So another one that we're going to be looking at is, of course, Minstrel. She is still going to be our user of Lyric of Legends. We'll use Spell Song on someone else once we get them. Spell Song, I find, hasn't been super important. At least not right now. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. Because just making our way on to Lyric of Legends, we likely want more intelligence, but we'll see what other skills we have first here. Attacks. I originally went with Head Knocker. That's not something that we're actually going to be using very much, though. It's not all that much very important to her. A, because she's not going strength. B, because she's got too many abilities already to consider using a attack. And C, well, I guess she could use a Shillelagh. And then that might be useful for her. If she needs a ability. I don't know. Hey, maybe. Maybe we'll have that. Probably not. Let's go ahead and for sure grab her in medium armor, though. That's going to be the best for her. It'll give her some constitution and some intelligence, and it will give her higher intelligence overall, as well as give her access to Berserker Battle Garb, which is the main reason how I pick armor. The boot abilities are just very valuable. Both the Elven boots as well as Berserker boots are incredible. So that's usually how I end up making decisions on that. We'll of course go with our brewing abilities. And here is the Cleric tree. Whole new tree here. We have options for Faith Healing, which, I'll be honest, I don't like this skill at all. This is very comparable to Sanctuary Score. However, Sanctuary Score, A, doesn't cost a skill point. B, it gives healing, right? So the Cleric ability, it gives healing, but Sanctuary Score gives a Constitution shield, increasing both their current and maximum amount of hit points. And if they have Drunk 2, it adds an extra 7 healing on there just in case it's broken. So, very solid. I'm going to keep with a couple users of Sanctuary Score around. I think Una is probably going to still have Sanctuary Score, even though she's not exactly the greatest option for it. And also Melody is going to be using Sanctuary Score. And yeah, I think that was it. And let's see. Yeah, continue on with Cleric abilities. The other option here, Monk Training, will give +2 maximum spell points. We probably don't need a lot of maximum spell points, but between the healing, the maximum spell points, this just gives stats. We're never going to use the Flesh Restore, so this is the obvious choice for me. The Censor, the Chant ability, it is going to give some benefit, although we're not actually... It's not very important to us. It's mainly used for Paladins, and it does require either equipping the Censor, which will give a chant on a trinket slot, or just grab the chant ability directly, putting it on, using it as one of your basic abilities, and neither of those things she wants. We could grab the perks down this side as well. Holy will do +2 damage to Charm, Demons, and Undead. Zealous will do +3 Constitution each time you deal damage. Righteous will give +1% damage for each 2% of Constitution missing, for effectively a maximum of plus 49% damage. All of these granting extra spell point maximum. On her, she's not attacking. None of those really matter to her very much. So, let's just go ahead and grab some intelligence, and since we've got the extra, and she should be actually fairly tanky, especially because she's backline, I think we're okay with actually just going with a bludgeon ability here. Just in case she needs it. Just in case. Alright, for music. We're not going to go down Rabble-Rouser anymore. We're going to grab the Minstrel. We're going to not look at attack a second time here. We're going to grab Berserker Battle Garb for her equipping of the boots, as well as increasing her armor. Brewing, we'll grab Mean Drunk. That's going to be her only attack, other than a situational head knocker if we absolutely need it. And Dwarven Stout, Town Drunk. The Town Drunk perk in order to make our way to the Brewmaster. We're not going to need Victory Shot on her at all. We're going to grab Shield of Faith for bonus Constitution. Then we get the option between Fiery Preacher and Zealous Preacher. This one is just a one opportunity cost. Cause the target to burst into flames. Yeah, it's not great. Although it has a critical chance to gain 1 spell point. That's confusing. I think that's fairly unique, huh? Never seen that. So I guess that's something. A chance to gain a spell point? But honestly, no, it's not good. We could use a fire horn for that, and it'll give us infinitely more uses out of it. Since a fire horn can place fire anywhere, and it can apply it multiple times. Change Fate is the primary ability we're going for here, which removes all curses or negative debuffs from a target ally, or cause a target enemy debuffs to spread to other nearby enemies. So that includes poison, fire, bleed, stun, terrify, root, a bunch of options. There's a lot of different things out there, and yeah, it's actually going to be really good for us. And this is going to be probably the capstone of our late game damage dealing build, I think, here. It'll take a while getting all together, but I think it's going to come in quite well. Once we have our sixth member, things will be coming together. As for our next ability, we just need one more thing here. Don't need anything in brewing. Hey, maybe we go wine pairing. That's not a bad option. We could grab 2 intelligence. Do we need it? Probably not. You know what? I feel like going with it. Wine pairing will allow our food items to heal twice as much. There we go. Then we can grab Brewmaster, Minstrel, and what else? Officer's Mail. Huh. Ah, no. Resurrect. Saint ability for Resurrect skill. Yeah, that'll give us the ability that if anyone ends up actually dying, we can go ahead and revive them, and they will be fine and be able to act in combat. So, just in case we lose one of our very important people, like our DPS, we'll be able to use this to get them back up. I think that's all we want to go for Melody.
Farewell,
Not Melody, I mean Fiona. So she's gonna do pretty well.
You have returned to us too soon, adventurers.
Okay.
You are not yet ready for further knowledge.
Mistakes are
Please
made.
return later.
Okay. Hush, please. Hush, hush. Alright. Mistakes are made, but we can go, I just had to go back to this, to the save there. And let's just go ahead and this time refund Merlin's instead of Fiona's. And, alright. Merlin. Of course, we're going with some ground rabble-rouser skills. I'm going to want Falconaine's Fury on him. I think that's the move. We'll want Minstrel to get spell points there. We will definitely want some strength, and definitely want head knocker. And bludgeon abilities, crit abilities is what he's going with. As for defense, we're actually going with the light armor for him. And for brewing, we go with the battle brewer. And he's going to not want brewmaster this time. We're going to go with mean drunk, victory shot, and let's see. Grab the Falcon's Fury. We're going to want the +1 spell point so he can actually hold the spell points his allies are giving him. And we'll want, let's see, the one-handed weapons journeyman, giving him +1 strength. Not a lot. It's kind of meh, but we will get bludgeon master shortly here. We are going to want the +15% critical chance with bludgeon abilities. And what else? Let's see. Juggler wouldn't be a bad option for him, but he is going to be using his Ramado time a fair bit. And he wants the Drunk 7 ability, so, like, honestly, it synergizes quite well. I would have replaced this earlier if we didn't just fight those paladins, and I realized how really useful it is that Drunk 7 ability plus all of the drinks that he wants to drink. Honestly, it's pretty good. So, in that case, of course, we want to grab our elven armor. And we will want to grab, what, +1 strength? Let's see. We got this. We got, we're 1 away from minstrel. What about our attacks here? Right, we are wanting the extra critical chance with bludgeons. Is that important? We've got some stun chance. Just thinking that it might not be a bad option for grabbing this later. Like, just putting a ton of strength on first. I will go ahead and grab the crits, though. We're not going to be ending up going with Shockwave. Shockwave essentially will spread stuns, like critical hits with bludgeon abilities, will also stun combatants behind the target. All we need is 1 stun. All we need to do is stun 1 person, move that person around so that there's plenty of people around them, and then we can use Change Fate, and as soon as you know it, everyone's stunned. Because Change Fate is going to be able to spread that stun around. So for our music abilities, we've got 2 skill points left. We're going to go ahead, grab Bludgeon Master for Foe Dropper. That's going to be one of the skills he wants. And could go Grand Rabble Rouser. It would give +3 strength and some extra opportunity. Actually, I don't think it would give opportunity. Shakespeare already has it, and it says 1 per party. So what's our other options here? Victory Shot, increased to 100% chance. Would not be bad. We've got our armor already. So what are our options? We've got Strength, Grand Rabble Rouser, Minstrel, and Victory Shot. Not a bad set of options here. I think, do we want that Victory Shot? We can grab that later. It's important that we get our strength up right now. So I am going to go ahead and finish off Grand Rabble Rouser. Hey, I don't think it stacks. It might, but I don't think it does. But we're not here for the opportunity. We're here just for the strength, as much as we can. Because we're going to be able to double it the moment we get a little bit too tipsy. And that's going to be all for our builds.
Adventurer.
I'm going to go ahead and, before we call for today, let's equip our abilities. I'm going to go Foe Dropper as our first ability, then Head Knocker as our second, Bryan move duo time, and Falcon's Fury, meaning he's not going to have Sanctuary score anymore. Which means Una will have to pick up some Sanctuary score. Yeah, she'll have to use a bit of Sanctuary score. Actually, can I swap her weapon out? I forgot we've gotten new weapons. Is there anything that gives her, like, bonus strength or anything? Technically, this gives her +1 strength. I was just looking because she's kind of low on the strength right now. Actually, I seem to have forgotten to give her armor. There you go, Una. Hey,
Yes,
much better.
eh?
Yeah?
Here.
Now these three are all in their extra fuzzy
What do
armor.
you need?
And they should be good now, huh? Okay, good to go. Once we actually get a good elven armor, I think we're going to be able to put that onto Merlin. The +1 intelligence, it's honestly not exactly as bad as I thought, especially because we can get to +7, or we can get to 7 drunk, and it takes a little bit more time, but we can get to it. There's nothing that gives us 5 drunk stacks right away here. Like Elven Wine, gives only 4, so it'll take 2 turns anyways. Maybe it's okay giving him extra intelligence, but we'll leave that for now. Honestly, never mind. There you go. +1 intelligence, and yeah, honestly, it won't be too tough to give him a boost here. It'll take either another turn or the use of a Rhyme or Duo time. So that's what his abilities are going to go with. And this is the Empowered Shofar, yes? Yes? Okay. Oh, did you have a helmet that's better for you? Oh, this one gives +1 intelligence too. That's a pain. 6 intelligence. Actually, that means that getting to 7 is going to be difficult, huh? I mean, getting to 7 drunk stacks. What is that going to take? Without the Brewmaster, getting to 7 is going to actually be a little bit harder now. It'll take a Victory Shot. It might take a Devil's Brew. It might take 2 Elven Wine. Might take an Elven Wine and a Lowlong Park Whiskey, both taking Opportunity. It is actually, now that I think about it, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't have reset them. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's honestly going to be a really tough choice on, like, armor, because all of these armors do seem to improve his intelligence. That's not actually something we want. Okay, for Fiona, just a quick note that Spectre Snare will be taking up her first ability, and Pillar of Flame, because it's a secondary, like an offhand, it will be taking the second ability. So if we were to remove the Spectre Snare, we can go ahead and place something in her first slot, and that's going to go to her first slot, meaning that her Berserker Boots will still be able to reduce the cooldown of her first slot. One thing that I love doing with this game is putting Berserker Boots with Rhyme Duo time, meaning that every time they move, Rhyme Duo time's cooldown gets reset, and then you can reset use Rhyme Duo time to reset cooldowns. It's quite a good way to essentially have unlimited cooldowns. And then we're going to go with Change Fate, which is going to be our second most important ability. And Lyric of Legends. We can go with Resurrect. I feel like we're not going to need it right away. It might come in handy in some cases, but I feel like having the fire right now from the Fire Horn is going to be very important, at least until we get some other abilities. Then I think I'm just going to throw on a Shillelagh here. She doesn't actually really need anything else. And we don't want the Spectre Snare removing her like, removing her abilities. Anyways, that's gonna be everything. Definitely slightly longer today. And, unfortunate, but we'll see you all next time. Thank you for joining us, and as always, everyone, farewell.